Level 1. You are nobody here. Not an insult, a fact. 5,000 men. No one knows your name. No one asks. The centurion doesn't care. The man beside you doesn't speak. You've been erased. You joined at 17. Maybe you needed money. Maybe home had nothing left for you. It doesn't matter now. The moment you swore the oath, your old life ended. You carry 60 pounds through mud. 6 hours marching. No one talks. That silence isn't accidental. It's design. When you're exhausted and anonymous, your brain does something simple. It looks for something to belong to. You thought this would give you purpose. Instead, you're just another body in line. 20 miles today, 20 yesterday, 20 tomorrow. Same road, same weight, same orders. After a while, you stop questioning. You stop thinking. You just move, step, step, step. Your sandals are splitting. Your shield bruises your arm. Your sword has never tasted blood. Then the shout comes.
Form up!
You don't hesitate. You don't reflect. You move, shield up, sword out, heart pounding, barbarians across the field, watching, and suddenly you want this. You want to prove you belong. You want your name to matter. That's the shift. You're not thinking about home anymore. You're thinking about survival, about approval, about not being the weakest one in the line. Your identity wasn't taken. It was replaced, and you let it happen. Level 2, Specialist, the smart escape. You found a way out, not out of the army, out of being invisible. Same pay, same rank, same uniform. But while they're knee-deep in mud-digging ditches, you're inside a tent, stitching a man's arm closed. You learned medicine from your father, joined at 19, spent 1 year hauling timber, digging latrines, feeling replaceable. Then one day, a man broke his arm. You said it, and everything changed. For the first time since you arrived, someone needed you, not your body, not your obedience, your skill. That does something to a person. When you pull the thread tight, the soldier grits his teeth. Will it scar? He asks. Yeah, you say, badly. You're still a common soldier on paper. No command, no glory. But you'll never dig another ditch. The others notice, they pretend not to care, but they look at you differently. A little resentment, a little dependence, because when they're bleeding, they come to you. You couldn't change the system, so you found your angle inside it. That's power, not rank, not shouting orders. Being irreplaceable, you stopped waiting to be valued. You made yourself valuable. And once you learn that, you never unlearn it. Level 3, Watch Commander, the weight of secrets middle of the night. You're the only one who knows the password. Power feels invisible, but it's absolute. A figure approaches. Halt, you'll say, stepping from shadows, hand on your sword. Watchword. He squints. Jupiter's thunder. Correct, you wave him through. This is your job now. Organizing the watch. Assigning shifts. Carrying the tablet with tonight's password. Not glamorous, but it's authority. Real authority, and it's changing you. You know something others don't. That knowledge makes you necessary. Even centurions check with you. That's information asymmetry. Silent power. You can't tell a soul. Not friends, not allies, not written down where someone might see. Compartmentalization becomes instinct. Secrets live inside you alone. And paranoia comes. What if someone tries to force it out? What if you forget? What if it slips in sleep? Your brain adapts. Information is dangerous. You stand in darkness, eyes on the camp. You know who belongs, who sneaks, who's lying. Surveillance becomes second nature. Threat assessment hums in the background. Power doesn't always shout. Sometimes it whispers. Sometimes it's just knowing. Shift ends. You hand the tablet over. Whisper the new password. For the next 8 hours, it's not your problem, but your mind doesn't stop. You've learned the weight of secrets, how to carry them, how they shape you, and you know this. Once you hold knowledge, you're never quite the same. Level 4, Squad Leader. Welcome to emotional labor. 8 men, your squad, they march together, fight together, sleep together, share one mule. Every single one is now your responsibility. You didn't ask for it. One morning, the centurion pointed at you. Keep these idiots alive. Now you do. Leadership at this level isn't strategy. It's emotional labor, and it will crush you if you let it. Galba's drunk before inspection. You shove him into formation, hope the centurion doesn't notice. Priscus cries at night homesick. You soothe him, you cover for the others, you handle it. Your emotions aren't yours anymore. They're the baseline for 8 men. You project confidence when scared, calm when furious. Fear is a luxury you can't afford. Last week, you lost one. 17. Ambushed, you carried him back. Tonight, you split his gear. Tomorrow, you train the replacement. You can't grieve every loss. Your brain builds walls. You still care, but you care less. Because too much care will destroy you. The others are watching. Every move, every word. If you break, they break. So you box it up, file it away. Add it to the pile of things you'll deal with later. Except later never comes. Sleep, peace, normalcy, gone. You're not respected enough to be safe. Not low enough to have friends. You exist in between. And in between is where the loneliness of command lives. You carry their lives. And it changes you. Level 5. Centurion's deputy. The psychology of almost you stand at the back. The centurion leads the front. You hold the rear. Every man who thinks of running sees you first. You carry a staff with a bronze knob. Last week you smashed it across a helmet. He broke formation once, never again. Power, but borrowed power. Command, but only when the centurion isn't looking. You're living in a shadow. Every decision, every strike measured, respected, sometimes feared. Not like him. 80 men under your watch, the centurion commands. You manage, you track the sick, the lazy, the reckless. You do the hard work. He takes the glory. And you wait, always waiting. 6 years of standing behind. 6 years of almost waiting for him to retire, to fall, to stumble. When a centurion from another century dies, a thought flickers. Opening. Not hate, necessity, survival, ambition. This is moral dissonance. You want him to succeed. You want him to fail. Both at once. Your mind twists. You develop patience, bitter patience, the kind that comes from having no choice. You're in middle management hell. All responsibility, half the authority, none of the glory. Every day at the back, you learn. Sometimes the worst spot isn't the bottom. It's one step from the top. And that step eats at you. Level 6, standard bearer. The banker. They fear to lose you. Wear a wolf's head over your helmet. You carry the century standard, a pole with medals, honors, a symbol every man follows. If it falls, they break. So it never does. But that's only half your job. You're also the banker. Every soldier's pay passes through your hands. Deposits, loans, funeral fund, savings for decades, battle or camp. Your brain flips constantly. One moment, inspiring symbol. Next, accountant tracking, who gambles, who sends coins home to families that may not exist. The men fear the centurion, but respect you, not rank, money, resource-based deference. Secrets pile up. Who's desperate? Who's lying? Who's one bad month from desertion? You carry these lives and their secrets alongside the standard. Lose the pole in battle, morale collapses. Lose the ledgers, and your own men might kill you. Every step is vigilance. Every glance checks both the battlefield and the books. Hypervigilance becomes normal. Relaxation disappears, and yet you're valuable, irreplaceable. Survivors of this role climb faster than anyone else. You've proven you don't break. You can be trusted with what matters most. Some burdens are privileges. Carrying what others can't, it's power. You're not just a soldier anymore. You're the guardian of something bigger. Every battle, every account, every secret shapes who you are. Level 7. Centurion, the man. They're allowed to hate you. Earn this crest the hard way. 22 years, 4 wounds, 3 wars. 80 men live or die by your orders. The Vides never leaves your hand. Symbol, weapon. You've broken 6 this year alone, across backs, shoulders, helmets, whatever it takes to keep them in line. The men hate you. Good. Hate keeps them alive. If they like you, they hesitate. If they hate you, they obey instantly. Deliberate antagonism. Leadership through risk. Hesitation kills. You lead from the front. First into the breach. First over the wall. You've made peace with lower survival than theirs. You know the stakes. Friends? Weakness, doubt, gone. You perform strength constantly. Fear, exhaustion, uncertainty, hidden, emotional labor masking. The command persona grows so strong, you're not sure where it ends and you begin. You've buried better men than your subordinates, served 5 commanders, survived 3 emperors, survivor's guilt, superiority, luck, skill. You can't tell which matters more. Every decision carries lives. Small choices feel heavy. Decisional fatigue trauma. You see the faces of those lost under your command. Necessary. You'd make the same calls again. Still, the faces return. Rome has senators, emperors, gods, but Rome was built by centurions. And tonight, holding your men, wielding the vides, feeling the weight of every life in your hands, you are not just a soldier, you are the empire. Level 8, First Spear. The ceiling. You can't break, you are Primus Pilus. First Spear, highest ranking centurion. 5,000 men. 60 centurions. You stand above them all, and you can't go higher. Not lack of skill, not lack of courage, because you weren't born right. You outlasted everyone, buried better men than the centurions below, served 5 commanders, survived 3 emperors. You're the best soldier in the legion, but the top? It goes to a boy 30 years younger, never fought real combat, father in the Senate. Meritocracy delusion collapses. Skill mattered, birth mattered more. Realization hits after 30 years. Devastating. You command the first century of the first cohort, elite soldiers, men who hold the line when everyone else breaks. Training them gives purpose, also reminds you daily you'll never rise above them. Tribunes watch, defer, learn. You train your future superiors. Every day, aware you're paid well. 15 times a common soldier. Future equestrian rank, land, status, tables your father never dreamed of. Objectively, you've won. But your brain doesn't measure objectively. Social comparison rules. They'll surpass you, and you can't stop it. Achievement bitterness grows, not resentment, not acceptance. Something between. Proud, angry, they watch you, hungry, searching for weakness. Let them. You survived this long because you're dangerous. 1 year? That's your term as First Spear. 1 year at the top, 1 year before another survivor takes your place. You'll make it count, not to prove anything, but because proving it is all you know. Level 9, Junior Tribune, the fraud. You know you are. You've never killed a man. Everyone knows it. Centurions, soldiers. They see the thin purple stripe on your toga and know what you are. A 23-year-old with connections and no idea what he's doing. 5 junior tribunes per legion. Administrative rotation, supplies, payroll, court martials, busy work. The First Spear fixes your mistakes before anyone notices. The men salute and laugh behind your back. They're right. You don't belong here. Imposter syndrome. No, this is real. Authority inherited, not earned. Everyone knows it. Last week, barbarians hit a convoy. 12 dead. Names you don't know. Faces you'll never see. You signed the casualty report. Life and death decisions made as a clerk. Your brain protects itself. Numbers, logistics, not humans. Compartmentalization becomes survival. You hate it, but you need it. 1 year, then back to Rome. Politics, business, a proper life. Your internship costs lives. And here's the worst part. You will command a legion someday, not earned. Connections, your father's friends. Anticipatory guilt eats at you. Cognitive dissonance crushes you. Raised to believe you're special, destined for greatness. Reality, surrounded by men better than you at everything that matters here. Aristocratic detachment grows. Not cruelty, just self-preservation. You sign documents, keep distance, process. At night, alone, you wonder, if it came to combat, would you run? You don't know, and that terrifies you. The First Spear watches with pity and contempt. Soon, you'll outrank him. You'll give orders he earned. You're learning a bitter truth. Power and competence are rarely linked. The world runs on connections. You either become a better leader or a worse one. Level 10, Camp Prefect, the ceiling that feels like success. 30 years in the legions. You started as a legionary, dug ditches, carried timber, Killed your first man before 20. Now you're third in command of the entire legion. Camp prefect, highest rank an enlisted man can reach. And that phrase, that's the trap. The legion commander handles strategy. Senior tribune handles politics. You handle everything else. Fortifications, siege equipment, sanitation, engineering, 10,000 details keeping 5,000 men alive. When the legion camps, you design the layout. When it marches, you manage the baggage train. Competent beyond measure. Everyone knows it, including those ranked above you. Here's the problem. You've achieved all you can. The tribunes above are younger, richer, better connected. They'll command legions. You never will. Structural achievement frustration, maxed skill tree, wrong character class. They need you, but needing isn't respecting. You're the expert, not the leader. You'll design siege works that conquer a city. The commander's name goes to Rome, not yours. Productive resignation sets in. You've accepted your ceiling, so you master your level. And mastery brings its own reward. Authority has inverted. You once feared centurions. Now you manage tribunes. Competence becomes power. They outrank you, but they can't function without you. You're indispensable, irreplaceable, trapped. And somehow, you're grateful. Because it's still better than what 17-year-old you could have imagined. Your younger self would be amazed. Your current self, tired. Level 11. Senior Tribune. Waiting for men to die so you can lead them. Purple stripe on your toga. Senatorial class. Born to rule. 25. Second in command of a legion. 5,000 men. 6 months in. Camp prefect has 30 years of experience. First, spear carries scars older than you. They salute. It means nothing. You know it. They know it. Everyone's waiting for you to fail, including you. This is Rome. Blood matters. Your father sat in the Senate. Someday you will command a legion. This is training. Learn how a legion breathes. Make mistakes here, where veterans can quietly fix them. Inherited pressure, anxiety. You didn't earn this. But expectations crush you. Weakness, you can't show it. They'd be right. You don't belong here. The commander watches. Every decision is a test. Every meal with officers an interview. Your political future hangs on small choices. You know the camp prefect is better. The first spear understands war in ways you never will. And yet, in 5 years, you'll command a legion while they retire. Guilt mixed with entitlement gnaws at you. Aristocratic cognitive dissonance. You deserve that. And you're a fraud. Both true, both tearing you apart. You need the men to respect you, even a little. If not, your Senate-backed career dies before it begins. Last month, a small skirmish. You repositioned reserves. Men lived. The first spear looked at you differently. Not respect, not contempt. Recognition. It's the most valuable thing you've earned here. You might be good at this, really good. But your brain keeps one eye on disaster, on incompetence. You're terrified of discovering which future is real. Level 12. Legion Commander. The paranoia of absolute local power. The Emperor signed your appointment. You knelt, swore an oath. Now you command 5,000 men. Absolute authority. And it's poisoning your mind. Your 38 senatorial rank. Survived campaigns, politics, minor governorships. Every victory reflects on you. Every defeat stains you, too powerful to trust, not powerful enough to be safe. The Senate watches. The senior tribune wants your job. Centurions will die for you if you prove worth it, and kill you if you don't. Mid-level authority paranoia. Every ally could be a threat. Every subordinate a potential enemy. Maps spread before you, enemy movements north, supply problems south. Letters from Rome demanding results. You asked for this, now it keeps you awake. Hypervigilance becomes normal. Every decision could end your career or your life. Execute a corrupt governor? Maybe he's the emperor's friend. Lead him continue. Maybe Rome questions your loyalty. Friendship is impossible. Trust is impossible. Family is suspect. Social isolation becomes your reality. Surrounded by people utterly alone. You've read the histories. Generals who succeeded too brilliantly died anyway, sometimes quietly, sometimes violently. You survive today, but you know tomorrow might be your end. Every move is strategy, every conversation a test. Paranoia becomes instinct, relationships are tactical. Your mind is a machine for survival in a world where success can kill you. You give the order, the legion moves. Every day survived is both victory and evidence it could all collapse tomorrow. Level 13, Provincial Governor, the corruption of absolute regional control. You don't command soldiers anymore, you command everything. 3 legions, 15,000 men, 1 million civilians. Out here, 1,000 miles from Rome, you're Rome. Everyday decisions cross your desk that would have terrified you as a younger man. Land disputes, food shortages, senators' sons accused of murder, border tribes demanding terms. You handle it all. The emperor's name is stamped on the orders, but you write them. You decide who lives, who dies, when to negotiate, when to march legions. And slowly you start believing it. Autocratic personality transformation. Moral reasoning deteriorates when consequences fall on others, not you. Small shifts, almost invisible. 3 years in this province, term extended twice. You tell yourself it's trust, but another thought whispers, maybe the emperor fears you. Maybe he keeps you here to keep you from Rome. Last year, a magistrate questioned your project. You had him executed. Evidence solid. Motivation mixed. When you order someone killed now, you see a problem solved, not a person dying. Moral disengagement. You no longer see people, you see patterns. Population flows. Economics, security threats. Individuals are data points. Wealth follows, gifts, trade deals, land. You're doing it better than most, fairer than most, and that makes it easier to live with. Success here changes you. Slowly, one justified exception at a time. Your younger self wouldn't recognize you. The ideals you had erode like stone in water. Absolute power doesn't corrupt suddenly. It seeps inevitably, relentlessly. Level 14. Emperor. The terminal psychology of ultimate power. You command everything, every legion, every province, every soldier from the frozen edges of Britannia to the deserts of Arabia. Over 100,000 men swear loyalty to you. The title says it all. Emperor. Right now, it means one thing. You are the most powerful man in the known world, and you didn't inherit it. You seized it. 20 years ago, you were a legion commander, just another general following orders. Then the old emperor died without naming an heir, and the empire cracked. 4 men claimed the throne. 4 armies marched. Roman, killing Roman. 3 of them are dead. You remember their faces. You remember the thoughts you told yourself back then. It was necessary. The empire needed one ruler, not 4. Now, that knowledge haunts you because someone, somewhere, is thinking exactly what you once thought and waiting. This is apex predator paranoia. You've eliminated threats above you. Now threats come from below, beside you, within your walls. Every gesture, every word, every glance is data. Pattern recognition becomes obsession. Guards sleep at your door. Wine is tasted before it touches your lips. Every meal, every day is survival. Legions love you, or at least they fear you enough to follow. The Praetorian Guard, the only thing keeping you alive, answers only to you. Loyalty is conditional. Love fades, power attracts envy, trust is lethal. You delegate, but delegation breeds suspicion. Observation becomes compulsive. Every report, every message, every map is a threat assessment. Every person is potentially plotting your death, and you know the history. Julius Caesar stares from a marble bust, stabbed 23 times. You study him nightly. Dictator's loneliness is total. No friends, no trust, no weakness. Even smiling at feasts, drinking wine, playing the god emperor, it's all performance. Behind the scenes, vigilance never stops. The empire is vast, borders endless, enemies everywhere. Most dangerous of all are inside. You were once one of them. You know the thoughts, the ambition, the betrayal. This is ultimate power. Not glory, not peace, just endless, exhausting vigilance. Until the day someone's vigilance exceeds yours, and you become history.